We are here once again for this part, video number 6. I believe you have already watched video number 5. Video number 5 and video number 6 are interrelated. If you have not watched 5, you have no business being here. Just close this one, go back, search for video number 5, part 5 of this demystified series of videos. We are demystifying KCSE Computer Studies project. We are now in video number 6. In this video number 6, guys, there is this form that we developed in video 5, and this form is very critical. We normally are asked to show the ability of coming up with the display outputs. That is a list of items that you may want to display. We used the example of a scenario where you may want to search for a particular student, especially when Victory School, when the database of the students in the school grows so large, searching a student might become an issue that must be addressed by you, the database designer. And that's where now we did this form. We left it at a place where we had inserted 2 text boxes. One is the one we are typing in, and we are typing in something like, I don't know whether we have a Wekesa. We don't have a Wekesa. We are typing something like Brenda. Do we have a Brenda? No. Do we have a Timothy? Team. We have names that have got T-I, Mitima, Tim, you see? So you can search for anything. You can search for people who belong to 2, from 2, like 2 East. There is a space in between 2 and East, and 153 students have already been sought. So I did some enhancements to the form, colors, fonts, and the subform colors and so on. That's not now a question. If you have a question on that, it means you are joyriding here. You must go back to the previous videos, watch from video 1, 2, 3, coming down to this video number 6. There is a new thing I want to mention still when we are watching this video number 6, when we are doing this activity together. I also believe you have a laptop somewhere, desktop computer somewhere, where you implement these designs as you pursue your 2025 computer project. So one thing I don't like about Microsoft Access Forms, but it's something that we ourselves must always be conversant with. Like now, when I have magnified or maximized my screen to fit on the entire screen, you notice that the subform is still showing me a limit of records, and probably the user might have had in mind, if I would maximize the window, I should be able to see some more records down there. Okay, so how do we achieve that? That's an issue that is handled by what we call anchoring. And how do we anchor items? You can anchor almost any control that you have on a form. So I have selected the subform area, and on the menu, zoom in, on the menu arrange, we normally have anchoring. I don't know whether you have ever thought of using it or what it is used for. So anchoring will allow you, for example, we want the subform to stretch down if the mother is stretched down. If the mother is squeezed upward, then the child should also be squeezed upward. So like I want to stretch down and across, stretch down and across. So that's the thing I want to achieve. And let's now see when I display the mother form. Initially, when it's not maximized, it's like that. And when we maximize it now, you see even the subform goes being maximized. And if I restore, and then by certain reasons, I want to use the mouse to resize the mother, like now, you notice the child is also following up. The child is also following up when I'm even using the mouse to do my resizing. You notice that is now the essence of anchoring items on a form. That's a by the way. uh, just a small cold. Don't worry. Don't worry about anything, but I'm sorry. So when I go back to design of this scenario here of our search form, there are some things we are going to eliminate. Like you have seen so far, when we start typing something on the mother, I'm looking for David, not on the mother, we had two text boxes. Which are somehow working together. That when we type the word David is also being shown in the lower box. Okay, this is an undesirable situation. The user does not require to know what you have done for you to achieve the searching. Remember, we said we are using two boxes here so that when we use the requery command, the computer will not generate a conflict of interest within the method it is going to use for filtering items that are in the query. That's why we wanted to use two boxes for this activity. So the second box, we don't require to see it, and that's where now we hide it, close it up. Not closing, not somebody, when I say close it up, somebody will go deleting it. Don't dare to delete it. We are only hiding it from view. So select the second box, guys, and from this property sheet, go to data page. Is it data page? No, it is in format page. In format page, where we have the option visible. In format, the third option is visible. Say not visible. Say no. Don't make this item to be visible. That's not to be seen. So you can see now we have a list of items that we have there. David, we have Leah. Okay, so still works, but the second box now it's not visible. Then we had said that on the child now, that is on the subform in this case, we want to trigger some actions. Like, for example, when we have already sought for a particular record, we also want to trigger some action. For example, again, back to form view, say that I have sought for record number, student number 49, okay? I have sought for 49 only, but for everything that has 49 somewhere is shown. And I have an interest in Leah Kate, who is my ID 49. I would like to see more details. I even want to see the photo. And we have a form which has got that information. And that is student details form. But now, you notice in student details form, the student who is always appearing is student number 1. But we want a scenario where now student who is admission number 49 to be the one who shall be displayed here. So what we want ideally is that there should be a button alongside Leah Kate, which when I click, we are taken to that particular form of student details. We want to get into that student details, either for modification or for anything else, or even for just seeing who is this student for this case. So hands-on now, we go to design view of the subform. Let us now design it when it is still on the mother, not a problem. So just widen the space of the child, just widen the space of the child so that we have some extra space. After your last column, that last text box, make sure that you can see some extra space that we are going to work on this time. Now, this is the procedure. We want to trigger this action based on a command button, which when we click, we are able to see the student details form of the selected student. Guys, I click the button control from the items we used to design under design menu, and just alongside your last field, whatever it is, mine is gender, I just click there, and then because control wizards are turned on, I have this window, the command button control wizard. Now, what do I want to achieve? I want to open a form, and therefore at the categories I choose form operations, and then I choose open a form. Open a what? Open a form. Categories, form operations, action, open a form. Then next, okay, which form? I have already designed that form that I have interest in, the form to display student details. So it's called student details, FRM. In your case, you know what you might have called it. Whatever form that resembles mine about student details, you already know what you have called it. So I select it and then carry on. Then this is very critical, guys. This stage of the query, of the wizard, is very important. Do you want the button to find specific information to display on the form? So we have two options. Either open the form and find specific data to display, or open the form and show all the records. In this case, what do we want? What do we want? Everybody say option 1. Option what? 1, which says open the form and find specific data to display. Very good. That's for you. Okay, so that's the option I choose, and then carry on. Now you will notice the fields that are on the subform will appear, and then the fields that are on the form you are calling now will also appear. There must be that linking field that you want to use. If you do not have, your relationships are wrong, or you are using mismatching forms. So go back again, dream again, think again, then come back here, create a similar scenario like the one which I'm trying to handle. So on the subform, I've got student ID. Yours might be admission number or registration number, whatever number you have given to your students. So I choose it, it's highlighted in black. And then on the mother form, or on the form we are calling, there is a similar field. Might be registration number, admission number. So you make sure you have clicked both of them, the ones which are going to create a join between, a link between these two forms. Are we together? Then there is that button which has got 2 arrows. Very critical, because before you click it, there's a box down there talking about matching fields. It's empty now. If it's empty, you're not going to see the desired result. But when you click it, you see an expression forming there that we are going to match these 2 fields, student ID, student ID. In my case, that's exactly the scenario I want. Then next, in this stage of the query, or of the wizard, what do we want to do? That button, shall it have a graphic? Shall it have text? So mine, I'll have the word details of that student. So it's like show details. And then next, and then command show details. Command show details as one word. Command show details as one word. Okay, and then finish. So that's the button that I have added there. Let's test it, guys. Let's test it, whether it's working for me. So there I am, student number 49. Layer kit is the one I want to find details for. So I click, you see, the command has been replicated for every other student, So details, I click the one for layer, and we have layer. Layer Kate Wema, 2S, born on that, she's a female. Can it do the same thing for another student? Yeah, let me try Kamango 490 details. So 490 is the admission number. Kamango Sharon Jogu 4E, and then the date of birth. Now, do you see that? Okay, probably I can also use another scenario. On my forms also, I've got a scenario which we had created where we search a student, we show the clubs a particular student belongs to. That form was club's mother form, which again shows the list of the clubs that a student belongs into. You realize that every time you open it, it will always be showing us student number one. But we want a scenario where we show a particular student. So we want to call this form clubs membership mother form is the one I want to add a button here so that we are able to see the details of the clubs that particular student has joined or caused them to join particular clubs whenever they are on display. So we want to do a what? Again, we have said form operations is the action category, and open a form, and next, and which form? Club's membership mother form, then next, then open the form and find specific data to display. Very good there. And which fields? Create the link, student ID on the left side, student ID on the right side. There has to be that field that is helping you establish the linkage between the two forms. Then click that button in the middle, and then you see matching fields. There is an expression there. And next, and now we use text, and then I just simply type clubs. When I see the word clubs there, I'll be knowing that when I click there, I should see the clubs that this particular student has enrolled in. And then I call it what? CMD clubs. I call it CMD clubs. So let's test the form. Let's test the form. So, like now, do we have a student number 100? Yes, 100, 1000, and so on. Everybody who has got something about 100 and so on, we are able to see it. Anastasia Yvonne, I want to see the clubs they belong to. So you find Anastasia is here. They don't even have a photo. So I may want to even modify issues here about Anastasia. When they are on display, I can modify their details. I want to show their photo. This is the photo for Anastasia. And after we show their photo, I also want to cause them to join particular clubs. This must be a computer science club member. She's just a member and she's active. And then carry on. She has also a mathematics club. She's in a mathematics club. She's the secretary there. And she is also in another club called Art Club, and she is the spiritual leader of that particular club. So once done with Anastasia, I can close. So if I ever go back to club's details of Anastasia, then you notice the details are already saved. And if I show the details of Anastasia, then you can see even the photo is still there because I have already done the modification. Guys, That's not very difficult. Please implement it in as many scenarios in your database, especially even in these two areas which I have already talked about, plus many others, plus activities, plus many other scenarios which are going to be like mine. Otherwise, wish you God's luck, not God's luck, God's blessings. May He keep you, may He sustain you, keep you strong and sound. Don't do those things that I will never do. God bless you and keep you safe. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe, download, like it, share. God bless you.